Well, welcome to another edition of the Digicel Sports Show right here on Islandstats.com. I'm your host, Earl Basin, and joining me yet again is FA Cup champion team winner, a zebra, juggling Jason Ford. Now, Jay, we're going to talk about that FA Cup final. We're also going to talk about the triathlon. We got so many things to talk about. But first, let's get a message from our sponsor.
Bermuda, listen up. D-Music is here exclusively for Digicel customers. Open up a world of music at your fingertips and access millions of songs from free. With D-Music, you can easily search for your favorite artists and create playlists to fit your lifestyle. Plus, you have the option to download music to your device so you can find a song for any moment, even when offline. D-Music comes with 1 gig of free data to stream and download songs without it impacting your data usage. That's 32 hours worth of music. Visit us in-store or online to see how you can get D-Music today.
Well, Jay, Hamilton was a beehive of activity on Sunday morning with the Digicel Tri-Fest and then the ITU Continental Cup. We saw Erica Hawley and Tyler Smith take part in the ITU Continental Cup. Unfortunately for Tyler, he did not finish. Hawley, a top 10 finish for her. The Digicel Tri-Fest, we saw Karen Smith win the ladies. We saw Matthew Oliveira win the men's open. A lot of youngsters winning as well. Let's get the report from the Digicel Tri-Fest and the ITU Continental Cup, as well as interviews following the racing. It was a glorious Sunday morning as the Digicel Tri-Fest and ITU Continental Cup event took place in Hamilton yesterday with some strong performances. The ITU Continental Cup male elite race was won by Eli Hemming from the United States with a time of 55:14. Fellow American Jason West was second in 55:21, and Canadian Alexis LePage finished third in 56 flat. Unfortunately, Bermuda's Tyler Smith was unable to complete the race due to an injury. Following his victory, Hemming commented on his finish holding off West.
You know, it was that first lap, he was the one that took it out real hard, and I figured kind of reel him in as slow as I can, not waste my legs early. So I just hoped for it that I still had it, really. It's kind of some false sense of security running up there like, yeah, no, I think I have it.
The thought, you guys broke away early on the bike, but then that last lap, it seemed as if the pack caught you guys back up. Was that a tactic to allow yourselves to be caught to save some legs for the run?
Oh no, we were trying the whole time. Just couldn't quite get away. These guys, I think it's pretty much as soon as the big pack starts working together, it's hard to stay away. So as soon as these guys got up there and really saw us that we had a few seconds on them, they're like, yeah, I'm over with that. Right. Caught us real quick.
Your thoughts on the overall performance? Obviously a little disappointing for second place, but overall happy with your performance?
Yeah. I mean, it was a true hard race from the start. There was no soft pedaling on the bike, that's for sure. They kind of started to drop some guys off their group, and we started to reel them in. I thought it was going to come together really early, but they kept it pretty hard. It was so hard the whole way. We finally caught them. And then, it was just kind of a tactical game, getting in a transition and trying to get out on the run.
You think you used up just a bit too much energy on that pulling back in the cycle, that you couldn't have enough legs to sort of make up the ground on the run?
No, I don't think so. I mean, those guys were going pretty darn hard. So I think if we didn't, we would have started from behind. So it's give and take. But no, I think we had to chase that hard, and we caught up, and I think I played it tactically well. I got out on the run too. That's how I like to go. I get some space from the beginning, and I was hoping when I got to the top of the hill I could open it up a bit, but Eli just had it a little bit more in the end.
Talk us through the course. What did you think of it?
Oh, it was hard the whole time. Swim was pretty nice, actually, with a smaller field than we're used to. It really wasn't swimming on top of everybody as much. So got a little bit of space there, and then as soon as you get on the bike, you start rolling up that hill, and as soon as you get to corkscrew, it's full gas the whole time. And then those turns down in the bottom, those sneak up on you.
Quite tricky, huh?
Oh yeah, and that run is no joke. That little hill there will really take it out of you.
Overall, your take on this course and Bermuda?
Oh, it's great. I said earlier, the people here have just been amazing. I was going for a walk after dinner one night, and people are like, "Do you need a ride somewhere?" They're all just so nice. It's beautiful, obviously. The harbor, just on the coast anywhere, amazing. And the course was great. I love courses like this. They challenge you in every way. There's a steep hill, there's technical section. You have to be a full, complete athlete to have success. So I can't wait for next year. I hope to be back for the World Series race. And it's just an amazing venue, and I hope that they keep it here for a long, long time.
Well, gentlemen, congratulations, and thank you for joining me here on this Digicel Sports Show. Canada's Dominika Janmicki won the elite women's race, stopping the clock in 1:02:28. Caitlin Donner from the United States of America finished second in 1:02:53, and Emmy Legault from Canada finished third in 1:03:06. Bermuda's Erica Hawley finished seventh, crossing the line in a time of 1:06:55. Janmicki was asked about her biggest fear factor she had before the start of the race.
I was actually mostly worried about the swim, just because there were fast swimmers in the race today, so I didn't want too much of a gap. But it turned out that I came out of the water quite close, and I was able to connect on the bike, and we had that fantastic breakaway, which played in our favor today, and I was able to hold off Caitlin Donner from the U.S. to take the win. So.
When you make the turn and you come around the corner, a big smile, your face lit up because you could see the finish line.
Yeah.
You think that's when it all fell into place for you? You said, okay, I've done this?
Yes, the support from all the Bermudians today was fantastic, and they were pushing me every step of the way to the finish. So to come through the finish and able to, slap hands with all of the fans out there, it was just something spectacular and a moment I'll cherish.
Well, we want to say congratulations. Get to the prize presentation.
Thank you very much.
Well, we're here with the Digicel Tri-Fest. None other than Erica Hawley, Bermuda's top female triathlete, the junior side.
Junior, yeah, for sure.
Don't want to put no more pressure on you. But Erica, take us through today's event for yourself.
I had a really good swim, I thought. I was really happy with my position. And then my transition was okay. And then, I don't know, on the bike, I didn't have the legs for it. And unfortunately on this kind of course and this small field, I just couldn't find a person to work with, and I was on my own for 20K. But getting off of that, my run felt pretty decent, so I'm happy with that. Yeah, there's definitely some strengths and weaknesses and stuff to work on. So yeah.
Was it kind of a worry period when you found yourself out there all alone and couldn't find someone to work with? Because you don't want to wait around for the group to come behind you. You want to try and hope somebody you could bridge to someone.
I tried just not to focus on anyone else. I just tried to focus on my own race, and I knew that on this kind of course and this small field, this was a possibility, so I kind of prepared myself for this, and everyone helped me, and I just tried to keep focused on the next meter and keep going. So
had quite a strong swim. You happy with your position coming out of the water?
Yeah, I was really happy with my swim. I haven't really raced much of this field before. They're all kind of older and not really juniors for the most part, so I wasn't too sure where I would come out. But I came out with Dominika Janmicki, and I was happy with that. So yeah.
Overall, your outlook on the day?
It was good. I'm actually really happy with the result, and it was so amazing racing in Bermuda. On my run, when I came down French Street and everyone was there, I got this burst of energy, and it made me feel really good to make everyone proud. So.
All right. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Matthew Oliveira won the Digicel Tri-Fast Adult Open Race, clocking a time of 1:05:53. All right, Matthew. Obviously.
You'll be very happy.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Matthew, tough course out there?
Tough course, yeah. The swim was actually nice because it was calm, and it was quite a straightforward course. It was just a square, so it wasn't very confusing. The buoys were big and easy to see, but the bike course was definitely pretty challenging because there was a lot of uphills and sharp U-turns and corners and stuff. So that definitely would slow me down from other triathlons in the past. But I took my road bike out instead of my time trial bike, so I had better handling on the course, and I just rode it like I ride a crit in a bicycle race.
You think that's where you made your separation on the bike course, giving yourself some distance and then just run comfortably?
Yeah, I definitely think that the bike gives me the advantage all the time because I haven't really swam in 4 or 5 months. But I just do the gym stuff, so it helps my upper body strength. and that gets me by. And the cycling gives me fitness for the run, so I don't really need to train. I just focus on my cycling. But
All right, well, congratulations.
thank you very much.
Karen Smith was the first female finisher and 6th overall with a time of 1:11.30. Well, Karen, how did you find the conditions?
Oh, the conditions were unbelievably amazing. You can't ask for better conditions. There was no wind. It's not hot. It's like fantastic. There's a lot of really fun atmosphere down here, lots of music and people around. So you can't paint a better picture for triathlon than this, really.
How did that swim set you up for a complete race?
Well, I couldn't see on the swim because the sun was coming right in my eyes, and I just tried to follow feet in front of me in bubbles and hope that they were on the right path. Got to the first turn, the first sighting buoy, and I said, okay, this is a good sign. I'm part way there, and then I completely lost the second buoy and kind of zigzagged a little bit. So I didn't have the most direct swim, but you know, once I made the turn and came north, and then it was fine, and it was just such a great swim because there was no chop, no current, just a nice swim today.
The bike course. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, it's definitely not a time trialer's bike course because you don't ever get into a rhythm where you're just heads down and just powering along. It's a constant thinking game of there's a hill coming up and then a tight turn, and then over here there's 11 turns within a kilometer. So it's just really hard to get into that time trial position over there. But if you took the corners well, you can make up a lot of time, and I know that's how some people got ahead of me there because they were really aggressive on the corners.
You get out on the run, just got to keep it together. What goes through your mind as you're getting close to the finish? Your last lap, you're coming down that long stretch. You could see the finish line in the distance. Yeah,
it's a little bit of visualization on the last half lap because I know it's a half a mile, so I think it's two 400s on the track or an 800, 2 laps. And then I kind of say, okay, that's 1 lap done. It's just another 400 to do, and then you'll start to see the finish line. So I just kind of think about it like that. What does it feel like to do that last 400 at a track workout? And that's what that last little bit of running in feels like.
And the reward is grabbing that tape.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a panic there as to who was going to get the tape, but I didn't know really what to do. So I just grabbed it, threw it over my head, and said, woohoo, this is great.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much, Charles.
Open up a world of music at your fingertips and access millions of songs from free with D-Music, exclusively from Digicel. With D-Music, you can stream and download songs and create playlists of your favorite artists to fit your lifestyle. Whether you're working out at the gym, getting ready for a Friday night, or just chilling at home, D-Music comes with 1 gig of free data to stream and download songs without it impacting your data usage. That's 32 hours worth of music. Visit us in-store or online to see how you can get D-Music today.
Once again, they're at a very successful event and sponsored by Digicel. When you're talking about the overseas athletes who came in for this event, and that's the whole thing. It's getting Bermuda on the map, and then when folks hear about Bermuda, once again, they want to come to the island, but also come to the island for sport. And then when they know they can come down there and have some great competition with an event that is structured well, it goes off well, and some beautiful weather we had on the weekend. You know, it's not like the international weekend where it's known to rain and pour, or the Front Street Mile is always cold and windy. I think this is a perfect time of the year to have this event, and once again, you can see the success of it.
Well, you talk about success. You're still gloating from Sunday evening, not Sunday afternoon, but Sunday evening. The FA Challenge Cup final took place at the National Sports Center. Took 120 minutes for a result to be decided. PHC Zebras came out on top 1-0 over the North Village Rams. 2 teams rich in history with this FA Challenge Cup, rich in history with Bermuda football. Yeah. But your thoughts overall on the PHC Zebras winning the 2016-17 FA Challenge Cup final?
I thought, to be honest with you, earlier, we talked about it a couple of weeks ago. I just thought it would be fitting for the season. It would have been very unfortunate if they would not have came away with the cup due to the fact that they have been in all the cups. This is the 3rd final. They was also in it for the league. And to not come away with anything, just the psychological part of to play on the players, because they've been in everything, and due to a lack of goals in some of those competitions and some of those games has cost them. And even with missing the penalty, the heads really didn't drop. And that goes, kudos to Coach Morton and the staff, because for these guys still to have that faith that, even though we're playing good, but we're missing opportunities, but Mornet said in the interview that you're still getting chances. Different if you wasn't getting any chances, but you're getting chances. So in saying that, we talked about in the last show with Robin Hood and PAC both scoring 40-odd goals in the season, conceding less than 10. Obviously, you see the same amount of points, but losing on goal difference. Losing 1-0 twice to Derbyshire Cougars in 2 other finals. So there wasn't losing by much. It was just a 1-odd goal out here. And most of those games, they were dominating also. So, but to say that it was just fitting how that game played out, very typical of their season, but untypical of what has happened between those two teams over the past 2 or 3 years. One thing about North Village has always gotten up on PAC very early in the match for the last 5 or 6 matches. They've scored real early. This didn't happen. So I think even with that alone, the players always knew they could come back, but this is a little bit different now. This is a little bit different. So a good game, and obviously the fan base of both of the there's a lot of family involved. People don't realize how close they are families. But I think it was just a good day for football in general.
Well, let's get the report from Sunday and also hear from the two coaches, DeVar Boyles and Scott Morrison. It was celebration time for the PAC Zebras, who were crowned the 2016-17 Bermuda Football Association's FA Challenge Cup champions following their 1-0 extra-time win over the North Village Rams at the National Sports Centre yesterday. The game's first and only goal came in the 113th minute when PHC Zebras defender Darren Usher scored from close range. The PHC Zebras had an opportunity to take a 1-0 lead in the first half. However, captain Sequoia Robinson had his penalty kick saved by Taj Bell in goal for North Village. Oh, DeVar, obviously there's got to be a winner, there's got to be a loser. Unfortunately, you came out on the wrong end. But are you pleased overall with the performance and the effort that North Village put in today?
Pleased with the effort. The performance, no, because if I was pleased with the performance, we probably would have won.
After a season you've had, what do you do to look to try and improve next season and probably take this particular trophy?
Well, I think it is all about creating chances, scoring chances, and today we didn't create enough chances. So, the team who scores wins, and today we were very short. And, we had probably 4 good chances, and we scored none. So, can we create some more chances, and can we find ways of finishing? So, yeah, there's some of the things that we will look immediately about the game. But the season overall, it's been good. If we would have won this game, I would say it would have been very good.
You looked a little sluggish at the start. What would you attribute that to?
I don't know. I think sometimes it's a little bit about temperament. I'm trying to find the right balance up here between relaxation and tension. I think some of the players were a little tight than they would normally be. So, but I have to ask them, and that's how it looks. I mean, you never know until you ask.
All right, well, good season. Too bad today.
Yeah, thank you.
But the last time we talked, you said you needed to find somebody to put the ball in the net. It looked like that again today. Frustration could have creeped in, but you got the goal, the all-important goal. One was enough. But overall, looking at the game, how do you evaluate it?
Well, what I first really appreciate is the total match, meaning the opponents, North Village, and the game that they brought to us. And obviously, it's always exciting for the fans, and that's critical in FA Cup finals. But outside of that, my players, they just believed, they just kept giving the all. They were really coaching themselves, so that's one thing I really appreciate.
Going into the extra time period, what were some of the things you wanted to get the message across? We saw you guys bring the bench out, elevate the players' feet and try to get some weight off of their legs, but what were you trying to get across?
Well, one of the things was didn't want to make 3 subs before knowing that the game possibly could go to extra time. So I waited, and it came, but it's now just as far as those types of situations are concerned, just stabilizing the team, allowing the creative players to be the people who they are, and to create the goal-scoring opportunities while having the stability.
Looked like second half of extra time, it was a walking game, but you guys then put a little pressure on, and it paid off. I thought the chance had died, but you created it, and you got the goal. 7 minutes to go. What are you telling them? What are you organizing?
Well, more importantly was our game changers, meaning the young players, Keyshawn Bean, and I'm sorry, I hope you blocked that one out, and Javed, who brought the energy that is needed. So it's important that those players came on because they got a lot of energy. The young players, they want to prove something, and you saw what they did today. And then when we have Rakeem DeShields, a more experienced player, coming in and just solidifying the center of the midfield for us.
Well, congratulations. Job well done. Season look forward to next year. One step higher, maybe winning the league and hanging on to this one. And unfortunately, those other two went by.
Yeah, so just looking at these two teams, they're all very rich in history. With this cup, you mentioned earlier, 20 titles between them. Now PAC with 11, who's got the most, and North Village on 9. And it would have been something if they would have got double figures also. They'd have been tied with PAC with 10. So that was something that would have had something for history books. But in saying that, you look at a great ending to a good season. And it'll be interesting. It's going to be very interesting for the MVP, Coach of the Year, Players of the Year, because last year we saw basically Dandytown super with a lot of those accolades. It's going to be interesting how many players from between PAC and Robin Hood and even North Village, who's going to come away with some of those accolades for this year.
Well, not only on Sunday was it the FA Challenge Cup final, but it was also the Premier Development League Knockout Final. Let's get the report from the National Sports Centre from Sunday's Cup Final. 10-men Devonshire Colts defeated the PHC Zebras 2-1 to be crowned the 2016-17 Bermuda Football Association Premier Development League Knockout Champions. Colts got goals from DeAndre Wainwright and Kyle Jones, who scored 4 minutes after Eli Smith had been shown the red card. The PHC Zebras got an opening goal from Kevin Lamb after some 3 minutes. Lamb had the opportunity to draw a PHC level, but had his penalty kick saved by Gregory Rose. And, well, Jay, this weekend coming up is a major important one for our youngsters. We have the Carifta Swimming Championships and the Carifta Games taking place. We got a chance to catch up with the Carifta Swimming assistant coach, Richard Godwin, who gave us an insight on what he's hoping to accomplish in the Bahamas with this team. Richard, Carifta Swimming Championships are just a few days away. The team is off tomorrow. You're putting the final touches on today, but when you arrive, what are you hoping to accomplish down there, and what are you hoping the swimmers are able to perform, or how are you hoping the swimmers are able to perform over the course of the meet?
All right, well, the final preparations will take place once we get into the Bahamas. That's strictly familiarization with the facility. The kids are perfectly then set for good performances. And frankly, based on what I saw here on Saturday morning, I'm looking forward to very fast performances from them all. They really went well.
Now, these kids have been putting in a lot of work over a long period of time, and you've watched them develop outside of the pool and in the pool, but maturing-wise, what do you say about this particular group?
Good results are based on maturity, as you just mentioned. Watching these kids grow up, gain in confidence, gain in physical growth, gain in mental growth. And with that, I'm looking forward to a really good result.
All right, well, we'll look forward to keeping up to date with what's going on in Bahamas and when you arrive back in Bermuda.
Thanks very much, Earl.
A total of 16 swimming medals were won during the Mallards Long Course Challenge in Canada. Bermuda was represented by Abigail Powell, Rye Inslee, Daria Desmond, Chelsea Lomas, Bella Howes, and Taylor Horan. Howes picked up a total of 6 medals. She won 1 gold and 5 silver. Lomas won 1 silver and 1 bronze, while Inslee won 1 gold and 4 bronze. Desmond won 2 gold and 1 silver.
Yeah, Earl, I mean, with the squad they have going down, I mean, we came with some medals the last couple of years, but I think we'll get a few more to our trophy room, because you just think of the dailies, what have they've done in the pool this season, not only in Canada, but also here on the island. We expect a lot from them. Actually, we just expect medals coming back home. And in saying that, this team that they have down there, they should be very successful. So go Bermuda.
Bermuda, listen up. D-Music is here exclusively for Digicel customers. Open up a world of music at your fingertips and access millions of songs from free. With D-Music, you can easily search for your favorite artists and create playlists to fit your lifestyle. Plus, you have the option to download music to your device so you can find a song for any moment, even when offline. D-Music comes with 1 gig of free data to stream and download songs without it impacting your data usage. That's 32 hours worth of music. Visit us in-store or online to see how you can get D-Music today.
Well, Jay, it was a tough weekend for our English professionals. Nikki Wells going down, Huddersfield going down, Rai Simons. They picked up a win, but it's an uphill battle for them to stay in that division. And Reggie Lamb. And they gave up, Carlisle United gave up 2 goals in the last 5 minutes to lose 2-1 to Notts County. Let's get the report from our English professional footballers. Looking at Bermuda's professional English players, Nottingham Forest triumphed 2-0 to claim their first win under Mark Wartburn and ease their relegation fears, but put a dent in Nikki Wells and his Huddersfield teammates already floundering automatic promotion hopes. Rai Simons' teammate Joe Rawley scored his first goal to give Chesterfield a 1-0 victory over Port Vale that keeps their slender Sky Bet League One survival hopes alive for another week. John Stead and Matt Tootle struck inside the final 5 minutes as Notts County snatched a 2-1 win over Reggie Lamb and his Sky Bet League 2 playoff hopeful teammates Carlisle United.
Yeah, based on the result from this weekend, I think, well, watching this part of the game, looked a bit tired. Huddersfield looked a bit tired. They had the game during the week.
So 3 games in 7 days.
Yeah, 3 games in 7 days, and you saw it. You saw it. The energy level wasn't there. You normally get to see from Huddersfield because they do like to press quite a bit, and you didn't get to see that. And you see the energy levels are down. So I won't say it was expected, but if you get 2 out of 3, anybody will take that.
Yeah. Well, over to track and field. Bermuda Olympian Tyrone Smith was in action in Houston, as well as a track meet right here at the National Sports Center on Saturday. Olympian Tyrone Smith won the men's long jump competing in the UH Alumni Invitational. The meet was hosted at the University of Houston at the Tom Tells track. Smith had a top leap of 7.91 meters, which came on his 3rd attempt. Smith recorded leaps of 7.71 meters and 7.77 meters on the first 2 attempts. Smith then recorded back-to-back fouls on his 4th and 5th attempts before closing out with a leap of 7.83 meters. Meet number 7 was hosted by the Pacers as the Bermuda National Athletic Association's track and field season continued at the National Sports Center on Saturday. Maisha Sharif won the under-13 girls 800-meter run with a time of 2:44.96. Ramaya Brangman was second in 2:55.16, and Catherine Bean Rosario was third in 3:07.16. The under-18 girls 100-meter dash saw Talila Wares clock a time of 12:63. Zakeisha Parsons was second in 12:68, and Zai Simmons was third in 13:22. Jace Donowa won the under-13 boys 800-meter run with a time of 2:45.69. Paris Mitchell Robinson finished second in 2:46.31, and Nyan Grant finished third in 2:47.08. The 100-meter dash in the boys under 18 saw Danilo Brengman clock a time of 11:34. Clevante Lodge finished second in 11:56, and Lejean Matthews finished third in 11:67.
Open up a world of music at your fingertips and access millions of songs from free with D-Music, exclusively from Digicel. With D-Music, you can stream and download songs and create playlists of your favorite artists to fit your lifestyle. Whether you're working out at the gym, getting ready for a Friday night, or just chilling at home, D-Music comes with 1 gig of free data to stream and download songs without it impacting your data usage. That's 32 hours worth of music. Visit us in-store or online to see how you can get D-Music today.
Tyler Smith and her Jackson State women's tennis teammates went down 6-1 to Southern Miss in Jacksonville, Mississippi. Smith, playing in the number 1 singles position, went down in a 3rd set tiebreaker. Smith, taking on Carolina Dextra, was down 1-0 when she fell in the first set 6-3. Smith would rebound and win the second set 6-3 to level the match and send it to the 3rd set tiebreaker. Smith would not find the form she needed as she went down 6-1. In the doubles, Smith teamed up with Lucia Solis, and the pair picked up a 6-2 victory in the number 2 doubles position. Well, Jay, excitement is building as the final boat and team have arrived in Bermuda. Team New Zealand arrived on a cargo plane, Emirates 747. It's hard to believe that you would see a cargo plane carrying a boat.
Well, I think that was all in the fanfare.
And a lot of fanfare it was. Well, let's get the report of Team New Zealand leaving New Zealand and arriving in Bermuda. Just when you thought you had seen it all, an America's Cup racing boat on a cargo plane. An Emirates Sky Cargo 747 airplane carrying the Emirates team New Zealand America's Cup racing boat departed Auckland Airport in New Zealand and arrived in Bermuda earlier this evening.
Finished loading the main deck, everything fits. It was a big relief. It's a great effort actually. You can see it's poking out the front, it's so full. So pretty happy about that. Now we can get to go and sleep and get on the plane in the morning.
This is the push to the top of the mountain for us, and yeah, I'm getting pretty excited. And this is where it doesn't take much to get you motivated when you realise what's at stake now, and where we're at, because I know we're going to get there. We're going to be really competitive.
Emirates Team New Zealand COO Kevin Shoebridge is quoted as saying, "It's really a precise operation that the guys are running, but it was always going to be. We have had this plan in the pipeline for a good 6 months or so now. So at the end of the day, it is just part of our process towards getting to Bermuda to bring the America's Cup home to New Zealand. But the deployment is on and every day counts, so we need everything to go as planned so that we are back testing and sailing on the Great Sound of Bermuda in as little time as possible." I'm Earl Baisden with Bermuda Broadcasting News. Well, Jay, not only did the New Zealand America's Cup team arrive with their boat, but we have Raquel Evans over in Spain competing. He competed in a fin class regatta in Mallorca and finished rather well. 57 competitors, finished 38th, but it's still a learning curve for him. He's trying to qualify for the 2020 Olympics. But let's get the report of Raquel Evans over in Spain. Bermuda's 2020 Olympic hopeful Raquel Evans competed in the Mallorca Princesa Sofia International Sailing Regatta in Spain. Evans competed in the fin class in a field of 57 sailors, finishing 38th with 282 net points. Evans' best finish came in the 6th race of the 8th race regatta when he crossed the line 30th. His final race saw him finish 50th, a race he was allowed to drop. Following the regatta, Evans is quoted as saying, "It was a good, hard challenge regatta for me, with lots of professional sailors in the fleet. I finished the event with lots of positives and notes to study and learn from," end quote. Evans has now been joined in Spain by Roger Woods. The pair will do some fin training together. This will be the first time Woods will be training in the fin boat. A day after playing in Sussex Cardiff MCCU drawn match, Delray Rollins was in action for Sussex seconds as they took on Surrey in another 3-day match. On day one, Surrey batted first and scored 380 for 3 after 90 overs at the close of play. Ryan Patel was their top scorer, retiring on 119. Rollins was the only successful Sussex bowler as he claimed 1 wicket after 9 overs for 46 runs. Play resumed on day 2 of the 3-day match, with Rollins and his Sussex seconds teammates going to bat after Surrey had declared their innings. After 60 overs, Sussex reached 239 for 2, with Rollins back in the pavilion having scored 33 runs. Rollins faced 62 deliveries, hitting 6 fours. Well, Jay, Rayshon Birch, the brother of swimmer Roy Allen Birch, competes internationally as well, but he does the sport of equestrian. He's over in the Netherlands competing. Let's get the report from Rayshon Birch competing over in the Netherlands. Sean Birch was in action, this time competing in the CSI YH1, CSI 1, and CSI 2 International Horse Jumping event in the Netherlands. On the opening day, Birch competed in all 3 classes. Birch and Sakai 4 finished 53rd, competing in the CSI YH1, 1.25 meter to 1.30 meter in 2 phases class. They clocked a time of 87.29, but they had 18 penalty fault points. During the CSI 1, 1.20 meter table A class, Birch and Quite Right 9 finished 52nd, stopping the clock at a time of 82.64, but they had 6 penalty fault points. Birch and Stoplight Z finished 15th with a clear round time of 67.87, competing in the CSI 2 1.40 meter table A class.
Bermuda, listen up. D-Music is here exclusively for Digicel customers. Open up a world of music at your fingertips and access millions of songs from free. With D-Music, you can easily search for your favorite artists and create playlists to fit your lifestyle. Plus, you have the option to download music to your device so you can find a song for any moment, even when offline. D-Music comes with 1 gig of free data to stream and download songs without it impacting your data usage. That's 32 hours worth of music. Visit us in-store or online to see how you can get D-Music today.
another Digicel Sports Show, and I'm going to say it again, done and dusted. Done and dusted. Let me just say we're going to wrap up the entire season probably in the next show or the show after that. But congratulations to the PHC Zebras for winning the FA Challenge Cup. Congratulations to Devonshire Colts winning the Premier Development League Knockout Cup. And also congratulations to Devonshire Cougars for winning the Under-16 Knockout Cup. And the Warwick Archers for winning the Under-14 Knockout Cup.
Can I mention one more?
Who's that?
The Masters. Come on now, the Masters. Congratulations to the PHC Masters. You were to mention that, Earl?
No, well, I should have. My mistake, your fault, because enough of this PHC around. But from me, Earl Baston, and
Chuglin J.
Do enjoy the rest of your night.